Good morning. Now we are discussing about portions related to optics, and we have discussed about what Fresnel's diffraction. And today I'm going to talk about the topic salt plate. So this is related to Fresnel's diffraction. So what does a salt plate? Like what is meant by salt plate? Salt plate means it is a diffractive optical element that causes light using what? Diffraction and interference, but not refraction. Okay? So we have been discussing about this lately, what is Fresnel's diffraction, etc. Okay? So this is something related to what? Fresnel's diffraction. So when Fresnel was experimenting, he found that he could make what he assumed that a wave is divided into certain concentric circles. So to examine the diffraction on that, he used an experiment that is known as what? Salt plate. Okay, that is salt plate. Then how does a salt plate looks? A salt plate is considered like it has lot of what? Concentric circles. It will be looking like this. Okay. See, several concentric circles arranged together. This is a salt plate. Okay. So this circles, each circle is divided into various zones. So each zones are known as what? Fresnel zones. Fresnel zones. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the working principle of this salt plate. Okay. Working principle is based on what? Based on Fresnel's diffraction. So, what does diffraction mean? What is diffraction? Help us say what is diffraction. Anybody? Speak up. What is diffraction? Diffraction means what? Bending of light. When it is bent, it is dispersed into different colors. So there is a refraction means what? Light is bending when it is moving from one medium to another medium. But here it's not just like a bend, it is dispersed again. That is known as diffraction. So that theory is used in this salt plate. Okay. So in last class we have learned about half period zones. Now Alanza have taught us about half period zones. So this salt plate is also working based on what? This half period zone system. Okay. So we know that see, from the center there are different circles, and each circle will be having what? Different radius. We know that. So what will be the radius of the first circle? We have learned that in last class. What is the radius? That will be r directly proportional to root p lambda. Okay. So this will be the radius. So what will be the radius of the first circle? That will be r1 is equal to root of p lambda. R2 will be equal to what? Root of the next one, that is 2b lambda. Then R3 will be equal to root of 3b lambda. So then what will be Rn? Rn is equal to what will be Rn? And 3 lambda. So we know that when we look each radius of the circle, we could understand that everything we know that there is an equation that is b lambda, and one thing is common in the equation. What is that? Right? B lambda. Other than b lambda, how the size or the radius is increasing? By each natural number. Like see, here is 1. Then it changes into 2. So 3. So the half period salt or the radius of the salt plate will be equal to what? Or directly proportional to what? The square root of the natural number. Each natural number. It is equal to the square root of the each natural number. Okay? Understood that? Okay. So we have found this. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about different types of salt plate. There are two types of salt plates. Okay? That is, one it is positive and another one it is negative salt plate. So we can discuss about that. So when we draw a salt plate, like we are drawing each concentric circles. So it will be like In case of, like, first we are going to discuss about the positive sound plate. In positive sound plate, except the center, like alternative sounds are being like thickened. Like the second sound is being like it is. So the first sound is there, the other sound, the second sound is like it is slightly thicker. Then after this, the third sound will be there. So we are skipping that third sound. Then the fourth sound will be like what? It will be thicker. Okay, this thing will be thicker. So alternatively, this is being thicker. This is known as what? Positive sound plate. Okay, positive sound plate. So next we will discuss about the negative sound plate. In negative sound plate, this will be just opposite to this. The first one will be what? It will be darkened or it will be seen as black. Okay. The first one it is darkened, then the second one, then the other one. So, the old ones, in this negative, the old ones are being what? It is being black or it is being colored or it is being dark. So, this is the difference between what? Negative and positive sound plates. So, we know that in the older days, when we used to take pictures, we used to take color pictures or black and white. In older days, how we take pictures? Black and white pictures. So how we do, like how we used to take pictures? Like you know that, do you remember about the films? Like there are so many films. So we will use the light to see that image. So can we get a colored image from that, or like a perfect black and white image? No. There is a slight difference, no? So in that films, we will get like if we wear a black shirt. If someone wore a black shirt, when we take a picture and when we like view it in a film, the color will be what? White. Understood? So when someone is wearing like a white dress and when we look it in the film, it will be what? Black. So there is a color change in that. That is what this positive and negative. So in case of negative, the center is what? It is black. But how when we take or when we place this sound plate on a glass plate and when we pass light through that or take a photograph of that, this will be what? Which color it will be? White color. That means the black is changing to white or like it is changing to transparent color. Okay? Transparent or white color. Okay? Understood? So this is the two types of sound plate, that is positive and negative sound plate. So next we are going to discuss about action of a sound plate for an incident spherical wavefront. Okay? So in sound plate we can understand the waves. We have arranged waves in what? Concentric circles. So this spherical wave is there. So now we are going to discuss about the action of sound plate on what? Spherical wavefront. Okay? So here it is a point S. This S is the source of light. And here it is the plate, sound plate. And P, here the image is formed. When diffraction happens, the image is formed on this side. Okay? So we are drawing an axis through this. And we know that sound plate has got what? Different radius. So we can mention that radius has how? M1, M2, M3, M4. Like it goes on. Okay? Up to ML. Until when it is there, that up to there. So we know that this XY, here XY is there. This XY is the section that divides what? The sound plate. And the S is the point of light and P is the position of the screen where we get the image. Okay? That is clear now. And this M1, M2, M3 are the various radius of that concentric circles. So now we are marking the points. From this source of light, the light is reaching into the first radius M1, and it is diffracting toward P, the screen. Okay. So now from S to M1, M1 to P. Okay. So we got two triangles here. That is SOM1 and OM1P. Two triangles are formed here now. Okay. So, and we know that in last half period zone we said that on diffraction there will be a path difference happening to the light. That path difference is known as what? Like lambda by 2. Path difference happening is known as lambda by 2. And the distance between S and O is marked as A, and O and P is marked as B. So, what will be the value of M1 to P along with the path difference? What will be the value? It will be equal to what? Adding the both values. That is B lambda 2. This will be B lambda 2. And again, we are making another one. So this will be what? B plus 2 lambda 2. That will be what? B plus lambda. Okay. So this is going like continuously. So here we got a path difference. That is lambda by 2. Then what will be the value of here? What is the value here? Same like this? No, this is not same. This is same to this one. A. Why? Because there is no path difference in this side. From source of light to the sound plate, there will be no path difference. From when the light is moving from the sound plate to what the screen, there will be what path difference. So this values will be same, and here the values will be changing. Okay. So what? So next we can derive an equation, that is SO plus OP will be equal to what? A plus B. This SO plus OP will be equal to A and plus B. Okay. So now we are going to discuss the first, like about the first radius. That is, what is the first radius? SM1 plus what it will be? M1P. What is the answer? Like what will be? What is? S1 will be what? A. Then M1P will be B plus lambda 2. So this is our first equation. Okay, this is our first equation. Similarly, we can do what? SM2, SM3 like that. So what will be SM2? SM2 plus what? M2P. This will be equal to what? SM2 is A itself. A plus B plus lambda. So similar way we can like find the equation up to what? N. N number. That is N is a natural number. Okay. So up to that we can find. So now we understood that like we can find two triangles here. Let me write the first equation here. Next we have a triangle that is SM1O. Okay. Triangle SM1O. So like we know the values of this side. That will be like how we are using Pythagoras theorem. We know that the square of hypotenuse is equal to what? The square of adjacent side and the opposite side. The square, like addition of that both sides. So by using that, we are finding that SM1 square is equal to what? SO square plus OM1 square. So on rearranging this equation, we have to find SM1. So we are taking this to the other side. So this will be equal to what? SM1 is equal to SO square plus OM1 square 4 raised to 1 by 2. Okay. So after this we are putting the value. What is the value of SO? A. This will be equal to A square. What is the value of OM1? OM1 is what? OM1 is the radius. From the center of this plate, this is the radius. So what will be that value? Eh? It will be R1. Okay? So that is R1 square. 1 by 2. Okay? So next we are finding the other side of this triangle. Same way so we are finding. The triangle is what? OM1 P. This triangle OM1 P. Okay? So see, similar way we are finding that, like this will be equal to OP square plus OM1 square. We have to find this M1P, that is M1P. So similar way we are doing this M1P is equal to OP square plus OM1 square is 1 by 2. So what will be the answer? OP is equal to, what is the value of D? So which is equal to D square plus what? What will be the rest of similar this radius, that is R1 square. So these are the values of what? This two triangles. Okay. Now we are like substituting the value of this SM1 and M1P into what? This equation. Here we have SM1 and M1P. So we are substituting these values into this first equation. Okay. Equation is SM1 plus M1P is equal to S plus B plus lambda by. So SM1 is equal to what? A square plus R1 square raised to 1 by 2, and M1P is equal to B square plus R1 square raised to. So now we are going to substitute the values here on this equation. So SM1 will be A square plus R1 square 1 by 2 plus M1P will be what? B square plus R1 square 1 by 2, which is equal to what? A plus B plus lambda by 2. Okay? So now we are going to solve this equation. So we are taking this A out. So that will be A is equal to 1 plus what? R1 square by A square by 1 by 2 plus equal to A plus B plus lambda by 2. So on solving this equation we will get A plus R1 square by 2A plus B plus what? R1 square by 2B, which is equal to A plus B plus lambda. And now in both sides we have A plus B and A plus B. So we can cancel. So this equation will be equal to what? And this R1 square 2 is also common. Okay, so this A plus B and this A plus B we are cancelling. Then this R1 square 2 is taking outside. Then the rest will be what? 1 by A minus 1 by A plus 1 by B, which is equal to what? This is cancelled, this is cancelled. So this will be lambda, right? So now again we can like simplify this equation. How? This 2 and this 2 we can cancel now. When we are taking this to this side, this will be multiplication. So this 2 and this 2 is cancelled. Again we can simplify and write this equation to r by 1 by a plus 1 by b is equal to 1 lambda. So similarly, what will be the equation for n natural number? N number that will be is equal to what? Rn square 1 by a plus 1 by b is equal to lambda. Okay? So we know that sign convention equation, when we use lenses, we know one equation, that is 1 by b minus 1 by is equal to 1 by f. Okay? By using this equation, we can rewrite the equation which we have found. Like this Rn square 1 by a plus 1 by b equal to n lambda. So this equation we can rewrite based on this equation. So this is the general form, okay? General form of this equation. We are keeping n the values like 1, 2, 3, the natural numbers. So by using this equation, we can rearrange this equation into 1 by b minus 1 by a, which is equal to n lambda by r square, which is equal to 1 by f. So this is the second. So by using the sign convention equation, we are substituting the values which we have found from that salt plate, and we are generalizing this equation and writing it as 1 by b minus 1 by a is equal to n lambda by r square, which is equal to 1 by f. So based on form. So the salt plate is also act like it will. This will also act like what, a converging lens. We know that we have the various lens, convex lens, concave lens, etc. So like that similar way, this will also act as what converging lenses. But the main what is the principle in this means this is working based on diffraction, not refraction. Diffraction, that is the Fresnel what diffraction. So that's the thank you.